Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Fellowship Hi-Crest. This is your Jumpstart for today, and it's coming to us from Romans chapter 3. You know, I really love this passage because it's funny. It makes me think of my kids. They're always trying to make excuses whenever I'm trying to call them out on something. They're like, well, I kind of did this, or I tried this, or I didn't do what you said because I didn't understand it well enough, or things of that nature. And it's funny because this reminds me that we are a lot like children when it comes to the world. Romans chapter 3, I'm starting at verse 5. It says this: but some might say our sinfulness serves a good purpose, for it helps people see how righteous God is. Isn't it unfair then for him to punish us? It's just merely a human point of view. Of course not. If God were not entirely fair, how would he be qualified to judge the world? But some still might argue, how can God condemn me as a sinner if my dishonesty highlights his truthfulness and brings him glory? And some people even slander us by claiming that we say the more sin, the better it is. Those who say such things deserve to be condemned. So should we conclude that Jews are better than others? No, not at all. For we have already shown that all people, whether Jews or Gentiles, are under the power of sin, because the scriptures say, no one is righteous, no, not even one. No one is truly wise. No one is seeking God. All have turned away. All have become useless. No one does good, not a single one. Their talk is foul like a stench from an open grave. Their tongues are filled with lies. Snake venom drips from their lips. Their mouths are full of cursing and bitterness. They rush to commit murder. Destruction and misery always follows them. They don't know where to find peace, and they have no fear of God at all. Obviously, the law applies to those to whom it was given. That's speaking of the Jews. For its purpose is to keep people from having excuses and to show that the entire world is guilty before God. For no one can ever be made right with God by doing what the law commands. The law simply shows us how sinful we are. And this is the best part. But now God has shown us a way to be made right with him without keeping the requirements of the law, as was promised in the writings of Moses and the prophets long ago. We are made right with God by placing our faith in Jesus Christ. And this is true for everyone who believes, no matter who we are. Our hearts are always full of excuses, reasons why we didn't do what we should have done and why we shouldn't do what we know we should. But even though our hearts are in that state, Christ died for us so that we wouldn't need excuses to be able to have a relationship with God. Walk in that relationship today. Continue to power up, pour in, and spill out.